Mark got sucked away. So I'm Mark stand-in. Old Mark. This is old Mark. All right. Hey, we'll see if anyone even watches this. Really, this is just a test for me. More me than
it just popped. I just got the notification now. It just came up on my my YouTube notification.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I just got it right now. So people should be in the next minute or two jumping on if they're inclined.
Well, here's what I just learned though from that. Sorry, let me just do one thing. I forgot to mute my phone. But here's something I just learned on that. Well, two things. Sounds like I'm probably sounding pretty good because you haven't said anything so far. But and we're not glitching. You're not glitching. But also, the way to do this, I can't just go live using the software. I need to tell it I'm going to go live in 5 minutes because then it brings it up, and then I think that
you had a lag and a little bit of a tinny thing going on there, but it was very minor.
A titty thing?
Yeah, a tinny sound.
Oh, Tango India November, not Tango India Tango. It did sound like you said Tango India. Yeah. All right. I'm going to move the mic a little closer and see if that helps. Again, I've got it angled a little differently this time because it was very tinny. Now I'm in a very open room, so I don't know about any of that. So, but I mean, so lag, you said it still lagged a little bit, huh?
Just for a moment. It was very brief. The only thing is that every once in a while, there's like that where the sound kind of bends a little bit. It's kind of that tinny sound where it kind of feels like it sounds like it's bending. Sometimes it's just, even with phone reception, that kind of happens. So I don't think it's anything major.
Well, again, this is a really good microphone, but you do have to use it properly. So I'm kind of doing stuff. Hey, my upload speeds are shit right now. That's just not me. Okay, hang on. Maybe it's probably going to come in around 26. Well, actually, it's doing pretty good. 20. I'm going to be 27 or 28. I'm 28, so it is better.
Yeah.
Right now, being wrong tab. It is, so at least that's got to be working better because plugged in just to the LAN or with a Cat 5 just into the router. Excuse me. That's got to work a little better. Hey, there is one person watching. Hey, whoever you are, say hi to us. Because we're so lonely, we need some comments. Anthony and I are just. Hey, what did you think about? Hey, whoever you are, what do you think about? Is this lagging on your side? Is it smooth? And what did you think about other Mark? That's other Mark and me. So other Mark's going to start making some appearances. Maybe I got to find a new home for him up on one of these little things or something.
Other Mark is a special guest.
Here, I got to just show you. I just got to show you. I don't know if you'll be able to even see it. I guess I don't know if I should show it. And you like, again, you can just see how gross that is. Yeah. See how that, dude, this is from like Afghanistan, it's like, I don't want that crap on my head. I'm going to have to get all new innards and set that thing up again. But I think it looks pretty good on old Mark here. I like it on old Mark. That's going to work. All right. Hey, so it's so far, I haven't heard you saying anything about lag time.
It seems like it's working. How's that? Like it's working. Yep.
How's that volume?
Volume's fine. I fixed that. That was a media thing on my side. I was having, see Saleen's in the chat. Hey, how you doing?
Had to try signing in 3 times. Welcome to the club. Hey, and on my side, the microphone, I think I got that dialed in a little bit better. But again, it is a pretty wide open place. So if it sounds a little echoey, but because that, again, this is, there's no sound muffling or anything going on. But I'm really more concerned right now. I'm really much more concerned about how this is going to work on the lag time and if it jumps and you have been coming through smoothly, know.
The video seems a lot better. Last night it was really choppy. Tonight it seems like it's working.
All right, let's try another thing here. This might come in handy though. This little remote control-y thing that I got set up. So
That's
We'll
like out of
see.
the Burbs. You could zoom in, zoom out, go. Oh!
I'll just do it in 3D, so it looks
Yeah.
that's way too much, Mark. We don't need Mark in 3D or any D. No D's, no D's, double D. That's what we need. Oh, there, I got to do a double D now. I just said it, which I won't do the actual double D. I'll do the double Y. Let's see how the microphone picks this up. Yacht. There, that was my double D, except that was a yut. Yeah, I think the microphone is dialed in. I think the microphone is dialed in a little bit better today too.
Yeah.
I think, honestly. Now, I gotta mark it, with a Sharpie or something, so it's like always right there. And I don't know, and I'm gonna try this a little bit because you see some people who have their mics pointed like that. That's not really how it should be, but I just had conflicting information. Normally, I have this mic set up like this because it's supposed to be coming right here, not on the top. So does it make a difference? I mean, like, how does that sound right there versus how does it sound right here?
Do the first one again. First move.
Mary had a little lamb. It's fleece, Anthony. It's fleece was white as snow.
I think that works a little bit better.
Okay, now let's just try another one. All right. Now I'll tell a Dirty Johnny joke. Dirty Johnny. I mean, Little Johnny was at school. All right. Now, how about that one right there? Test one more.
It sounds farther away that way. The first way is a lot louder, and then when you do it that way, in that orientation, it seems like it's a little farther away.
Well, I do like this. I got to undo some cableage so it moves a little bit more. Here, let me just kind of talking ain't doing. Let's just do it. The other reason I like this, just from an aesthetic personal, oh my God, the humanity. Other people are jumping. The Hindenburg is crashing. It's a little bit more old timey. I could even hold it differently. The top scientists say these aliens come from Mars, but we're not sure. Wait, there's movement in the valley. Okay.
Sea Sailing likes the second position, I think.
Is that it? Really? This is position one, just straight up and down. Position one. And position two, it's facing me more directly. Hey, anybody, looks like there's a handful of people here. Thanks for being here. You don't have to, but I really do appreciate it. But join in the party, join in the fun.
Yep.
I don't know if you saw old Mark. He was going to host this tonight. He was here at the beginning. But do you like this position on the microphone? Or is this position on the microphone better? So, this is how it normally is, but I just saw a different set of instructions that seemed contrary to the original instructions that came with the device. But I think I've got the gain dialed in a lot better. So, and I really am not joking. I'm going to probably do a little Sharpie marker, like, don't turn it past this right here. So, okay, what else then? We got no comments from anybody.
The vertical seems to sound a lot better. It sounds a lot louder, a lot clearer. The other one just sounds farther away for some odd reason. I don't really understand why, but it just does.
So you did just spaz out a little bit there. You were like a really bad game that doesn't, you were just like your guy was stuck in a corner for a second.
Well, I'm actually.
Cindy says the other way. You know what? Here's the deal. I don't know what Sea Sailing. I don't know what she means by the second. So she's saying, so this is straight up and down. We're going to call straight up and down number one. And then if I move it that way, so it's facing me, that's number two. All right. So Sea Sailing, do you mean when I was talking like, well, and I don't even know how that just sounded because I was off to the side of the microphone and it should have sounded like shit there a second ago. So that's position one. And then now this is position two where I'm more like this. Now again, but it's closer, it'd be down here on the table. This is how it normally would be. That's number two. And that's the original position I was just talking in. So let's see what Sea Sailing from Minnesota has to say. Or anybody else who's watching. Hey, anybody, you know what I got to do? Just as we test this, because we haven't done it well, I got to tell a Steve L joke just while we're here.
Oh, yeah. We haven't had one of those in a long time.
Have not done a Steve joke in a while. And that's just, Hey, should we talk about, I'm going to do a Steve joke. And then as we're testing this, we're going to talk about words in the English language that need to return to America. We need to start bringing back some words, everybody. And we're going to go over those in a bit too. Let me see. Where did I leave off? Where did we leave off? No, we didn't leave off there.
Sea Sailing says leave on the table, then 1. So position 1 if you're going to leave it on the table.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Well, let's just do this first one. We're going to do a couple Steve jokes here. Just going to have a little bit of fun as we're just testing out. So if you are here live, hey, welcome. I still got the goofy hat on. I wish it was just a little bit goofier so I could fold it over the side and have it like an old Voyageur hat. But
it's a little Yukon Cornelius, a little bit.
He was doing the Second Amendment open carry before it was cool. Cornelius, that guy was awesome out there freaking looking for gold or whatever he was doing, All right, here's our Steve L joke. So Steve, if you do see this, cheers to you, sir. I'm going to do 2 of them tonight. Steve says the only difference here's Anthony, what's the difference between a hooker and a politician?
Wow.
You're supposed to simply say, I don't know, Mark.
I'm not sure. Well, I was going to try to answer the question, but
No, that's not how jokes go. You would say, Steve, I don't know, Steve. What is the difference between a hooker and a politician?
What is the difference
between
a hooker and a politician?
So you got to repeat that question back. That sets up it builds up the joke, and gets the suspense going. Well, Anthony, let me tell you, the difference between a hooker and a politician is that a hooker will stop screwing you when you run out of money. But now we need that triple X drum roll right there. We need that triple X drum roll right there. All right, I'm going to do something right here that I'm learning, getting better. We'll do one more Steve joke as we just kind of do this here tonight. We're not going to do this as long. I think we actually may have already figured it out.
Yeah, I think so.
But here, what? Let me just do this so I don't. Boys and girls, I'm a dinosaur. There's all this technology on the phone, and they're great. They're a great tool. I still like writing things down, so I apologize, but using these things, I got to use this more often and use it smartly. But what the hell were we just saying? See, there it is. Oh, I don't know.
You're going to do another Steve joke.
Well, we'll do that in a little bit, but I don't think we need to go that's where I was going to say. We don't need to go much deeper, I think, here tonight, because so we did this last night as a test. The main difference here is, well, here, I'll fill you in. So Anthony and I were going to do our after action review last night. I'm like, hey, okay, I just got to finish doing this little thing on the software side, and then I'm going to use the restroom and I'll give you a call. And then it was like, 5-10 minutes later, and Anthony's like, man, are you still going? Sends me a text. It's the longest bathroom break I've ever seen. But what happened is the property owner was here, so I flagged him down. I saw him, and he had some Cat 5 over in one of the buildings, and we just set it up last night, did a speed test, and it was coming in at almost 40 on the up, almost 40 megs per second on the up. Then came back over here this morning. We cut new cable and did it so it could actually not kill me. Not that anyone else cares, but I don't want to walk around, trip on it, fall through a window, whatever, like that's it. They'd say, no, if I ran it through the ceiling and down, now he committed suicide. It's wrapped around his head 10 times, whatever. But, so anyway, we did fix that this morning. I haven't been on this computer or tested it since. I also did yesterday. After this, I went and just watched a little bit of the videos on the 3 different channels. Mm-hmm. And I think it was really tinny. Now, again, this is an open room. So 2 things there for everybody. If you are watching, we're directly into the router right now. This is an old computer. There still may be some issues there, but I've been pulling some pretty decent, not as good as, as Gene, like, well, yeah, my upload speed is 400 megs per second. Like, dude, your country is about to burn, but I'm glad you've got good internet, honestly, Anthony, I think they have to have good internet, because how else are you going to narc on your neighbors
That's right.
how else are you going to do it? So
We need that tech to be a rat. So
seriously, there it is right there. But so I think, again, it's working pretty good right now. The speeds have dropped, so the software still may come into play. Again, this is like this desktop in front of me is about 6 years old, and I have stripped it bare of all the ancillary stuff. I mean, I'm really just using this for streaming right now. That's all it is. So I've gotten rid of everything that's on there. But as per last night, if this fails and I got to go to it and buy a new desktop, or, go back to the micro laptop I have, which, this I can see, it's right in front of me, right? Everything's, in my peripheral vision. That thing is like, oh, hang on a second. I got to get, pull up my binos and start reading the screen. But if this fails, we will destroy it with the 12 gauge this summer. So, so it's not that I can afford to buy a new desktop, but I kind of do want to shoot something electronic just to get it out of my system. Anybody else? Hey, somebody, there's a handful watching, leave a comment. Anybody else just feels the urge now more than ever to just destroy some electronic device? I'm getting so sick of, hey man, but this is what you got to do for the algorithm. I'm like, no, I don't. I'm just sick of that. I'm sick of all that shit, Anthony.
Yeah, I have major problems with tech anyway.
There's a little bit more of this guy coming back into this right here. I miss you, buddy. I miss you. No, don't you seriously? Don't you feel like you just want to shoot a TV or throw it out off of
every once in a while? I feel like throwing my phone when it glitches out.
Yeah, something. All right, we are not getting any comments from anybody here tonight. It's the hat, man. It's the hat. Next time I'll wear my German hat, like it's a boar furry kind of hat. I'll wear my German hat next time. I'm also looking at, it's not really a fez. It's a half fez. So there's a different name from that. It's from the Sahel. So they don't really do the full fezzes, but I got that thing. I'm going to start wearing goofy. Hey, leave a comment in the chat, or I'm going to leave this video up for a day or two, just like the other one. Let me know. Should I start wearing like different hats, or different costumes or anything? All right. See, Saline said we're both. Oh, look. Hey, she's hitting on you. You guys are both. You're looking good. You guys are both looking good and sounding great. I don't know what that was. I won't do that again. I'll wear different hats, but I won't do that ever again.
Yeah, you might want to edit that out.
It's live. Chappie's going to be here in just a matter of days, boys and girls, and we're going to give 2 of these awesome chug mugs away, and we'll talk about a charity auction we're going to do as well. But these things are just so badass. And this is from Gene's homeland. This is from the UK. They're pretty cool, and I've had to actually talk to them a couple times. And now, on a serious note, I don't really talk about companies if I've got negative interactions, but I've got zero problem pointing out companies where I've had good interactions. And I've had to talk to them twice. Nothing wrong with the product, just questions on my part, new to their product line, trying to figure some things out. Like specifically that I wanted to have this, this is an embossed, I wanted to do the CLS logo in here. But they're working towards that, but they don't have that capability right now. And the fact that I could reach out to another company, ask that question, and almost immediately get a response back from a human being, say, hey, yeah, I like it when people ask me questions about something I just did or I'm about to do. And I'm looking around like, where do you got the hidden camera? How did you know? They did something kind of similar to that. So I kind of like Chug. Chug, you guys are good. You're not chuds. You're chugs. I like it. You're good. Nobody else wants to comment here tonight. Just see Salem.
They're just voyeurs at this point.
What's that?
They're voyeurs, so that's what they're into tonight. They just want to watch.
Yeah, that's all right. That's that's not my bag, baby. But it says Austin Powers on it. That's not my bag, man. Oh, wrong. Yeah. All right. Just being stupid. Just trying to add a little entertainment value. Okay. We got one more joke. We might as well just wrap it up. I mean, because again, I haven't had anyone else in the chat say it's sounding crap. You have been coming in and streaming perfectly. You glitched out that one moment, and that was it. And then you didn't glitch out again. Right now, you're messing with me. You're like, again, I don't know if you're glitching. You are like a super ninja. You can stay really still.
Oh, no,
you know that?
I'm trying to mess around with with my screen so that I could see comments, but I don't know how to get it the way that I would like it. So
the only way I knew that you weren't glitching out is because I saw those beady eyes kind of like shift.
I have beady eyes. Great.
Well, that I was trying to
beady eyes.
Shifty. That's it. That's better. I was trying to find a way to say something shifty. That's it. Shifty. Yeah. That was the better word. Beady is not right. Shifty. You nailed it. See, I didn't say that. He did. He said it. Not me. He said it.
Better than pee holes in the snow, right?
Well, is that a personal conversation just between me and you? I don't think I ever said that on in the interwebs ever.
Well,
before.
nobody. I just said something. I didn't allude to what it was all about.
You're looking for. Move along. Move along.
Yeah.
All right, let's end it on not that, but let's take that in that direction. Let's end it on Star Wars because May the 4th was just behind us, and then we'll end it on the last Steve joke. What are your thoughts on this Mandalorian and Grogu? Do you even give a shit?
I don't watch it. I don't watch the Disney crap. I like the original movies, and that's it.
And there you go. Yeah, because Kathleen Kennedy, but now they're giving it to Favreau, and he's shown that he can't handle it either. And what's that other guy? Is it Filoni? The felony? Maybe it is Filoni because I always want to say felony, but because what he's doing is a crime. Yeah, they so ruined Star Wars and that Star Trek shit they just tried putting out. Thank the Lord for people who actually no, I don't want you ruining my IP. Because there's too many weirdos taking over and no, this is okay and this is modern. No, it's not. That's stupid. It's dumb. No one cares. And Rey, I'm surprised I remember, which by the way, if it was spelled with an E means king. So there's an implication, yeah, see. And it was just so retardedly it was just so wrong. There's a gay guy out there saying, holy crap, this is gay. This is so wrong. They destroyed that, man. They destroyed.
Yeah, they really did. They didn't follow even the books. They blenderized characters and did a bunch of stuff. So they kind of ruined the entire universe there.
They did. I mean, honestly, because who really, and the Mandalorian could have been really good. I really did. I personally thought, excuse me, and I know a lot of other people don't feel this way, but again, individually, and I'll back up why I like it. But I liked Rogue One for two reasons. It was more focused on, and I also liked Andor for these reasons, because it focused on all the intelligence, special operations stuff to get this going. You never thought of, and there's one or two scenes where where they get the Death Star's plan and somebody says, how many people died to get us these plans or whatever it is. And that's it, that's all you were given at the beginning. And so I liked it, how it opened up that world and showed what it took to get a revolution going and the just insurmountable odds and all that. And also the darkness, Rogue One, heroes don't live. They all just keep dying, boom, this guy dies, boom, boom, boom. People are just dying. It's a cold, harsh, brutal reality. And I kind of liked it for that reason. So
I even like the Ewok things that they did. Do you remember when they did the miniseries in the late 80s, maybe the early 90s? They did a world event. You would put on the stereo to get the better sound. And then they were showing it was a miniseries. I'm not sure if it was a miniseries or if it was just a movie, just a full-length film, just all in one shot. But even that was fun. It was more kid and family related, but it was still a lot better than the crap that they've put out in recent memory. So I don't know. I liked it back in the day when they used to do stuff like that, where you could get the better sound because now the radio companies are involved, the radio stations are involved, and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of coordination, so you could get the better sound and stuff like that. Or when they used to do they would show a film, and then in the newspaper they would put the 3D glasses because they were going to do a special thing. They don't do any fun stuff like that anymore. Everything's all really lame.
The 3D glass.
Yeah.
That's just another kind of interesting era, in time. Hey, I'm doing one more speed test as we're talking. Let me go back to I'm back here now. We've been on for 25 minutes now, and I think it's been holding pretty good, Anthony. There's been one or two times where you've not glitched, but a little bit of a delay. I don't know if that's how I'm coming across to everybody.
Well, it does that every once in a while. It'll do that weird sound bending where it kind of bends the sound a little bit, but
okay,
it's nothing major. It's a weird technology thing that just happens anyway.
I'm just gonna do something here. Here we go. I got to get back into using the software too. This is, I really was going to be very sad if the software had a part of this or played a part in why this was going on, because this is really good software. And if you do anything, so even if you don't do live streams or, whatever, run a business, StreamYard has, and it's really improved. I hear a lot of people still talking about, what was what's that other platform, Anthony?
I know there's a Rumble Studio, and then there's
no. The stuff that started for live streaming for work. The hell was that called? I was actually
Zoom and Teams and that stuff.
Zoom. So StreamYard, I think, is a million times better than Zoom. And even if you just did this as a person, to stay in touch with friends and family, it really does have a lot of. And it has a lot of functionality. Some people might call that bells and whistles, but it has a lot of functionality, and the bells and whistles are easy to figure out. And, once you just get on it and manipulate it once or twice. Matter of fact, truth be told, I'm not even using about 70% of the capabilities of the software, and I have to do better on that. So here's what I just wanted to get myself back into remembering where, menu buttons and everything are. And so I'm just going to share something just as we're, why did that not share? Oh, and by the way, Anthony, it did speed. Yeah. I noticed last night that there was times where just out of nowhere, blah, 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 it would like start playing me at like 2 times speed. I don't know if anyone saw that, but it is okay.
What's that?
Okay, so there is a little bit. It is being a little glitchy right now on my side, but that's what I'm looking at for my speeds, just to show everybody. I'm doing almost a 32 up. There's no reason this should be not working.
That's not bad.
But I did want to do that just as a little test too, yeah. And everybody gives a good chance to see the Bert and Ernie, B is for Bayonets gang. All right, let's wrap this up. We're almost at 30 minutes. I'm going to tell one more Steve joke, and then I love this hat. I might wear this hat for every video I do. I barely ever take it off, and Anthony knows why. And maybe he'll throw me under the bus. With I'll share a personal story with him, and he'll just blurt it out for everybody some other time in the future. But whatever. Your eyes look like pee holes in the snow. Thanks, Dad. That was awesome. Eyes will just turn everybody. My dad was going to get me moose turds for Christmas one year. And then one Christmas, he just kept telling me how my eyes looked like there were pee holes in the snow. So thanks, Anthony. Let's just share it with the world. Now I understand better.
No. I didn't go into that detail.
But enough of what was thrown out there. People were like, "What the hell? Pee holes in the snow."
You could have left some
give everybody, better. Well, there's no mystery there. I think actually people need explanations. I'm not the government. I don't withhold secrets from the people, right? I share. I tell the truth. That's my duty. That's my job. So No, yeah. So I am who I am in good part because of that. But I was hunting. I think I was hunting, by 10. I was hunting by myself by 12. So, but I had 2 pee holes in the snow for eyes my whole life. So, but they can see pretty good. Don't be fooled. These are readers, cheaters. And he's been on the phone with me before, and I'm like, holy shit, and there's this, I see this in the distance, and no, I'm still good. I still got it, just not really close, so get up close and then hit me with a stick. You'll win. I won't be able to tell. I love this chug mug, this rope handle. I'm not joking. I almost want to do podcasts every night so I have an excuse to do a beer in this mug. I mean, I want to use it every day. It's so cool. That is such a cool mug. It's so awesome. Good job, Chug. Seriously, good job.
I'm going to save mine for a special occasion.
And hey, by the way, Gene, if you see this video, the companies in your country, reach out to them, say, hey, I watched Mark over on Centerlines. He was just really kind of, pumping you guys up. Chug, Charlie Hotel. I think it's 2 G's. I think it's Charlie Hotel Uniform Golf CHUGG. I'm pretty sure that's what they are. Go check them out. They're not cheap, but it's worth it. Again, it's the buy once, cry once. And they've got a couple things coming out.
Hold on.
Yeah, so it's all right. This is where I start talking shit about Anthony now. He's going to tell my secrets. What am I going to say about Anthony? I don't. Oh, he can still hear me. Shit. Ah!
I was trying to find my my mug, but I don't know where the wife put it. So.
Oh yeah. Blame it on the wife.
Because I'm
blame it on the wife.
Sure
Denise, don't watch this video. Do not watch this video.
It might have 2 U's in it, but I don't remember if it's 2 U's or 2 G's. I'm not sure.
I think it's. Are you talking the mug, Chug?
The mug, yeah.
Here, I'll just do it right now. Let's just use technology. I'm in front of the computer.
Where the hell it was.
And they never live, right? They never live, right? Oh, no, we both had it wrong. Sorry, guys. And I apologize to Chug. Hey, if you're watching this, live or on demand, I was wrong. It's somebody entering my compound. Yeah, see? Good luck sneaking up on me. Eyes for pee holes in the snow, whatever, man. Chug, Charlie Hotel Uniform Golf.
There you go.
CHUUG.com. Chug. They're awesome freaking mugs. If anybody goes over there, I don't have any relation or anything with them, but like seriously, share the love. Let them know, hey, yeah, checking this stuff out. We're going to give 2. Well, or maybe just wait until Chappie gets here before you go buy one, because we're going to give 2 of these beauties away next week. So stay tuned for that. Just going to give them away. And then we'll talk about the charity auction we're going to do. We need to raise some money for Chappie out there at the Arizona Trail Vets program. They need some more. They need some medical stuff. I mean, we'll save that for next week. And he should be, however we set up. I might even get the second camera involved and have a camera for him. And I don't know how I'll do it. We'll get all creative. Hey, Mark, you barely just figured out how to get this damn thing to work. And now you want to start adding more cameras in it? Why, yes, I do. Why not? Keep thinking, keep moving, never quit.
Oh, yeah, you just froze up a little bit.
Welcome to my world. I just talked to myself on a live stream. Well, there's only 5 of you. Yeah, we did. You did too. I saw that little glitchy. I saw the glitchy, which is the NSA's way of saying, would you guys just shut up and wrap this up? I mean, Mark, All right, here we go. We're going to do the Steve L joke. Last one for the night. I thought the other one was good too. I actually just saw a stupid dad joke today, but it wasn't from Steve, so I can't use it in the Steve L joke category. But it was about NASA. Here, I'll just say that before I do the Steve A joke. I just applied to, or maybe you could start it off like, hey, how did that thing go with your application to NASA? Yeah, they called me back and said there's no space. But get it? There's no space. See, that was not a Steve L joke. That was just a joke that this guy thought was funny at like 7:30 this morning. So just
a nice dad joke.
All right, here we go. Here it is. See, these are all dad jokes. These are all dad jokes. Hey, Anthony, I don't know if you've ever thought about this, but here's what I do. When I go into work in the morning, the first thing I immediately hide because good help is hard to find, brother. Good help is hard to find. So I go to work and I just hide. I hide. And if you find me, well, then you know I'm good. I'm good. Total dad joke. Total dad joke. And for all of the handful of people who've been just, I don't know, you're sadomasochists. Why you're still here. That was our joke for the night. Honor of Steve L. We haven't seen him in a while. I hope he's doing okay. I should probably try to just send him a phone call or whatever. Hey, thanks for being here. The comments have been limited, and that's right, being anonymous, but I'm pretty sure we're probably hitting, Anthony, what would you think? We're probably hitting about a 95% success rate, not a sex rate. We're not sex. This isn't Thailand. This isn't Thailand. A success rate at about 95% on the stream here tonight. There's been one or two little glitches, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
And boys and girls, I hope the sound is better. And again, I'm in a much more open space, but I think I got the gain figured out a little bit better. And the truth is, I really think it's just the simple, we've got a much more enhanced upload speed now. And I have no idea, because we were doing them in the west end of the building, last winter. And I don't think we had problems, Anthony. I mean, we did near the end, but it was.
Yeah, nothing too crazy.
Yeah, I don't think it was that bad. It just suddenly.
So a few minutes ago, you had a kind of a hard, prolonged freeze, and then it corrected itself.
Well, then it's still glitching a little bit.
Yeah.
We still might, boys and girls, I might try it one more time, because here, and I'm being 100% serious. And if there's an expert out there, whether you're in the chat right now or if you watch it on demand, please do. I'm not dumb on Commo. I've done SATCOM for, I'm not dumb on Commo, but I'm missing something here. And the best I can come up with my deductive reasoning is, so Anthony, I guess I'm saying this out loud, and we'll do the after action review. And there really won't be as long this time, but I think I do want to maybe try this again over the weekend, and I'm going to do it on the newer, smaller laptop and see, because it could be. Oh, you know what I didn't do, though? Also, to BCP's point, I did not run a malware sweep on this guy. Again, I've dumped all the excess extraneous BS off of this desktop. This is really just my live stream platform, obviously internet access, but that's all I'm using it for. There's nothing on here, but it is old. But I wouldn't mind trying this again with, desktop, not laptop, but I wouldn't mind trying it with the newer laptop, just to see if it removes any of the and it's only happened a few times. I agree with you. I've only seen it happen. Yeah. So I don't think this would be bad as is, but boys and girls, tell us what you think. And if this is your expertise, chime in. Trying to, this is fun to do. And I like doing the videos on the product side, the business side, but it also has to be, at least at some, when we make gear, we put everything into it. That's the stuff that we can get our hands on, quality material, craftsmanship, all that. But this right here, there's some things I don't control, but I wanted it to at least be at a level where it's enjoyable for you. If you're watching me freeze up, Anthony, I'll end it on this. I did that live stream with Jack a couple of weeks ago, and I was just so embarrassed. And so I just wanted to, just send him a text like, hey, dude, just get me out of the studio. This is just, this sucks. And I'm ruining your live stream because my technology is crap and, shit in the bed.
Well, I think we've got it mostly resolved at this point. So I don't think you're going to have any sort of major issues going forward, but we could probably clean it up a little bit more to ensure that there isn't any, bending of sound or even minor freezing.
Sea sailing. Hey, thanks. Why did you have to even say it? Okay, now you guys are just rambling and I'm hungry. I'm leaving. Thanks. And she's right though. We are rambling. We are rambling. We're just having fun. All right, let's wrap it up. Any kind of final comments that you want to make, even though this isn't like a dedicated live stream, but just in regards to anything, Anthony, at all?
No,
Okay.
I just thank Sea Saline for helping out with the, helping us determine whether the mics are working, whether the camera's working, whether the stream is working. So thank you very much.
Yep. All right, everybody. So I'm going to talk to Anthony offline. We still probably will do one more of these over the weekend. I'm going to do it with a different computer, see if that changes any of the equation. Elf3553 just gave us a thumbs up. So, okay. Sounds like he's got no complaints except with my attitude and my jokes. I mean, other than that, I don't know, but seems like everything else is working. And my hat. Everybody probably does have a problem with my hat, but like I said, I'm kind of really liking this thing. I really do. I want it to be longer so I can wear it more down like a Voyageur style hat. All right, everybody. Stay tuned. We might do another one of these over the weekend. And on a serious note, this is me taking it seriously, not wanting to waste anyone else's time. Thank you for being here. You didn't have to be here, but I want to make this better for all of the videos and, and everything that we're doing going forward, to include if, I'm over on somebody else's channel that you might watch, and we're having more serious adult table conversations. So just trying to get better, just again, keep thinking, keep moving, never quit. I mean, that's not just some tagline. That's actually something I really believe in. And that's why I came up with it or said it. But how much RAM is on that computer? Yeah, Elf, I was actually going to just throw this thing away. And that's why I dumped every program out. It's 6 years old. I don't remember what the RAM is off the top of my head. I thought about doing that. If this holds out, I might take it to my cousin's brother. I know that sounds weird, but he works in this field, and I might reach out to him and see if I could just simply add some more memory to this, some more RAM, and see if that helps a little bit. So yeah, I mean, that's not a bad point. I don't want to, as much as I want to blast this thing with a shotgun, I also don't want to go drop $1,000 on a new desktop. I mean, I'm a poor, I can't go and do that stuff. So, but good point, Alpha. I'm glad you just brought that up. Thank you, sir. Anthony, you had a comment?
Yeah, you had a little bit of a freeze there, a minor freeze and sound issue for a second, but it resolved itself pretty quickly.
Yeah. Okay. I thought you were pulling that
freeze thing,
shit on me, or you like you were live and you weren't glitching, but you were just
like
trying to do all ninja on me. So, yeah, like that.
Back to the Star Wars.
But if it wasn't for your shifty eyes, I wouldn't. Man, but it was your shifty eyes. That's how I knew you didn't freeze. Shifty. Alf, my old desktop is yeah. I think I need to. But anyway, that's it. We'll try it again, and somewhere in the next couple days. And we'll do it. I'll do it on my newer laptop and just see, but I don't really like that for this right here. But hey, I want to make this better for you guys. And if it does work better there, then Alf is definitely right. And I've got to look into making this platform, this piece of hardware work better, or I've got to, like go sell some plasma or something. So I get money and I can buy a new computer. But actually have a really good computer right over my left shoulder, but that's my work one. So, I'm not going to move them around. Guess I could, but as Sea Saline just accused me, I'm rambling. So on that note, Anthony, any final comments?
No, that's it. Just I thank everybody for helping out as much as they could with these technical issues.
Yeah. And then we are glitching a little bit because it did just glitch there. I even saw it, and Elf said, hey, it might be a bit off. Okay, stay tuned. We're going to keep working through this. We're going to get it dialed in. Appreciate everybody. Have a great Thursday night. You got a weekend coming up, and I'll talk to Anthony. I think we probably, if we do this again, well, Anthony, can we nail it down? Should we try to do this on Saturday or Sunday? Do you know which one?
Yeah.
Just so we say it right now in this video.
Saturday might be better.
Saturday might be better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Sunday,
so stay tuned, everybody. I think if we do this and see now we are getting a delay because yeah, so I don't know what that's all about, but now there's definitely a delay between us. So okay, we'll probably do this again Saturday, everybody. Hopefully you guys are all having a beer, and we'll try to get on a different computer. For some reason it is lagging right now. But all right, thanks everybody. That's it for tonight's test, and we'll go. Yeah, so there, all the comments just disappeared on my side for a second. Yeah, something's not going. Oh God, I don't want to buy a new freaking desktop. All right, everybody, have a great night. Keep thinking, keep moving, never quit, or this guy will come kicking in your door in the dead of the night. I don't know what that meant. Just ignore that last part.
Good night, everybody.
All right,
God
thanks
bless.
everybody. We're ending the stream. Thanks. See you later.